Good afternoon, warriors. Today, I'd like to just do a talk regarding Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month, which is every September each year. For those of us that survived a ruptured brain aneurysm, every day is a reminder of what can happen if a brain aneurysm actually ruptures. The statistics of survival are slim to none in many cases, yet there are people like myself that not only lived through the rupture itself, but the many days following our surgeries that can also be filled with complications, including death from vasospasms and other issues. Today, I would like to provide resources and support to those that have survived ruptured brain aneurysms, or what is also called hemorrhagic strokes. I highly recommend visiting the Brain Aneurysm Foundation's website, as not only does this educate the general public of the signs and symptoms of brain aneurysms, but you can also sign up for monthly newsletters and donate to an ongoing research program regarding brain aneurysms. Support groups are also listed on the site. I have made many donations to this nonprofit, and my hope is that one day such medical traumas can be identified sooner and prevented more frequently. I also hope educating emergency doctors regarding symptoms of brain aneurysms will become a standard, as far too many of us, including myself, were dismissed and misdiagnosed based on a migraine symptom with no imaging until the rupture occurred, which is an emergency life or death situation. I cannot stress enough how important it is to self-advocate and demand imaging if your headache is the worst in your life, your blood pressure is highly raised, you have photosensitivity, dizziness, vomiting, visual disturbances, etc. It's better to be proactive versus reactive in this situation. These aren't all the symptoms, but being aware that of these might alert you to seek medical attention sooner than later. Surviving one comes with layers of physical, mental, and emotional challenges. PTSD from subsequent horrible headaches, regular MRIs or MRA imaging, always wondering if something may or may not be found. Survivor's guilt, as often we hear from others about family members that died from this. Underlying health issues that are exposed over time as you see more specialists and have new symptoms surface. Feeling like your body is forever changed and you are not the same person as you once were. Isolation is, as so few know what it's like to live through such a medical trauma. Changes in relationships, which can result in separation, ongoing anxiety, and sleepless nights, can take its toll on your emotional well-being. I'm nearly 3 years out from my subarachnoid hemorrhage, but the flashbacks of the moments before and the seconds after feeling a pop behind my right eye still haunts me today. I don't like to be alone or without my Apple Watch or a phone nearby. I suspect a repeat would never happen, but at the same time, I do feel like I may not be as lucky if this would happen to me again. I am laser focused on monitoring my blood pressure, getting lots of water in daily, and taking all my prescribed medications needed to stay in the green zone with my blood pressure. I will forever be thankful for my neurosurgeon, Dr. Michael Levitt, at UW Medicine for the endovascular coiling and stent surgery that he performed nearly 18 hours after my rupture occurred in another state. Knowing I was saved by his expertise and ongoing support the weeks after this procedure always makes me emotional. It is a special feeling to know that you were one of the few that actually survived what normally kills. I can only imagine how stressful the typical day in the life of a neurosurgeon must be. These are the angels on earth, and I think it's important to remind them of those that were saved and are living good lives today because of their highly specialized surgical training. Feel free to post a comment below recognizing your angel on earth. To move forward is not the start of forgetting your trauma. Moving forward with the memory of what was often reinforces my desire to help other survivors and educate others of not only the signs and symptoms, but awareness that this is a type of stroke, a hemorrhagic stroke, not just what everybody knows as a ruptured brain aneurysm. The surgery doesn't necessarily fix the damages incurred. Regular imaging, often yearly in the first 3 years, can be a real reminder that I am changed. I have metal coils in my brain, and these are what have kept me alive, coupled with maintenance of my weight, healthy lifestyle, daily medications, and daily awareness of my vitals consumes my actions and choices each day. It's really hard to forget the trauma when it is visited frequently, especially the time following your imaging. Waiting to hear results from your neurosurgeon can be difficult at times. I get the thumbs up and I breathe a sigh of relief. The bullet missed me this year. Focus on living my life and forget until another year comes forward and more imaging is required. How are you supposed to handle uncertain news from results? How do I stay positive when my biggest fears come to my front door? Am I strong enough to fight the next perceived battle? I'd like to smile and tell you, yes, I got this, but I really don't know the answer or the outcome. These MRI machines feel like torture chambers sometimes. My last one was so loud and vibrated so much that I panicked, had a full-blown panic attack in the tube. This was my third one in 3 years, but this day, I just wanted to run away. I pushed the little ball in the right hand, in my right hand, and the machine was turned off and my table moved forward out of the capsule. The tears rolled down my face and I lost it. Like an oversized baby, I had no self-control of my tears. Where did the brave healing warrior go? Was she triggered by the vibrations? The hornet's nest of anxiety and the worry in her mind? I got up, I walked down the hallway, put cold water on my face, drank some water as my throat was so dry, and I looked at myself in the mirror. What is wrong with you, Vanessa? You've done this so many times. What are you afraid of? I said to myself. Even the kind radiology tech asked me if I was afraid of the results or if some lavender aromatherapy would relax me. I accepted her offer of a lavender patch, and then I got positioned on the cold metal table and literally boxed my head into a white basket-looking helmet. The foam around my box on my head pinned me in place, just like a thumbtack keeps your memos in place on your calendar at home. And I had to stay completely still. In closing, warriors, I just want to say Sometimes warriors get ambushed or they have unexpected attacks. It's what you do in those moments that define who you actually are. I wish all of you a wonderful week. I hope that you continue to support the Brain Aneurysm Foundation and other nonprofits that support research for this horrible disease. And as always, rock on, warriors. Take care.